Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. It's honestly been quite the rocky show that we had so far. Andrew, are you still with us?
Yes, I am still with you guys.
All right, we're going to get back right in. We may have lost a couple viewers here and there, but honestly, we are now back in action. We still have an hour left in our show. We still have lots to talk about. But honestly, I hope the echo has been fixed. We just had to we're trying another Yeti here. We're going to be playing around with nothing because now we should be back. Oh, fingers crossed. I'm not sure what the echo business was about, but looking at OBS here, everything should be back to normal. And we were mid-conversation. Let's kind of backtrack just a bit. Let's discuss what other people's opinions are on the matter of Renegades and TDK. Now, I wish that I did my research.
Don't worry, I got you covered.
You got me covered. I don't know if you do, Andrew. Recently, Travis did a talk show stream with Nick Allen, the man himself.
Doesn't he do a show with him? Or something?
Maybe.
Nick Allen does some esports
They do show.
Yeah.
They talked about this ruling in their most recent show. Did you watch the show?
I did not watch the show, actually.
There you go. Yeah, we're done. That's it. Turn off the lights. It's over. I really wonder what he said, but apparently, to sum it all up, he's like, and you thought I was bad. That's pretty much what he said. A lot of people gave Nick Allen flack for being kind of like the gatekeeper of bans and stuff like that and tickets, and he would give CLG so many fines.
Fine.
But I would say in this case, if they just fined TDK, that probably could have just solved the issue, no?
At least we had evidence last time, right?
It's
No,
true.
but they said in that competitive ruling, I've read the entire thing. They said something like previous deterrents were not successful, and they're talking about fines and stuff, and they're talking about player poaching. This is where it all boils down to, is player poaching, right? That's where all of this. That's where Chris Badali got banned. That's where all these fines and all this are coming from. They said that fines don't deter enough, so they're going to make an example out of Renegades and TDK, and also now with Impulse as well. So people in the future, because in the end, poaching is a pretty scummy thing to do. It kind of ruins a lot of the ecosystem. It makes contracts not really mean anything. So I think deterrents like this are necessary, but it kind of sucks that it was the Renegades that it had to happen to. I mean, don't care about Team Impulse. They're the scumbags, but
they deserve the ruling.
Oh yes, for sure.
Yeah, no, they deserve the ruling. But this whole situation just seems like
It would all be okay if they just gave evidence. If they showed the evidence, but they can't. They can't out people.
Honestly, if you think about it, this had to have come from somewhere. Somebody had to have said something, and I feel like Andrew, since you're trying to hop into this conversation, you might know You might know a little bit of information about what is the real deal here.
So basically, going off the Reddit detective speculation and what prior knowledge I have about the whole TDK and Renegades thing, is that it kind of boils down to a few people, how this all starts. Usually an individual or several individuals will basically report an incident to Riot, and they would basically go down and investigate it. My personal basically speculation is that Remilia is a key player into this. I'm not really sure if she's the one who instigated it or basically confirm any kind of mistreatment or anxiety or basically people are playing under stress or etc. I don't know how exactly happened, but I think that she's a key figure. She's known to be on Twitter to be a little bit anxious, social anxiety, a little bit over dramatic in the sense. So be on the lookout to see what happens there. Riot's definitely, because there's a lot of ex Renegade players like Selfie, who basically spoke out that he's never been mistreated, is one of the best places to stay, and Ku, who's also been on the team too. He was a jungler for Renegades. He was a substitute. he has also never been mistreated. So they both came out publicly and defended Renegades as also to the traded Alex Itch to TDK, he's defended Renegades too. So there is some kind of interesting correlation here that needs to be investigated about the mistreatment of the players. However, on the fact that Chris Badawi is still involved into the Renegades organization, I'm basically put my hands out. I was like, okay, right, you got me. It looks really sketchy for now. Like, I don't really, me in particular, like, I think there's something happening there between the two organizations, but in regards of like player mistreatment and like what's happening to players, I don't believe that this kind of punishment is fair to the player because people are being affected within the organization.
Honestly, I feel like it's just one or two of the players who are really salty or something. You know, and I would have guessed like it was like RF Legendary or something because he got replaced.
He's supporting.
I know, because he got replaced by Seraph. So I'd have been like, okay, maybe he told like all the bad stuff that happened to Riot.
Oh, absolutely not. RF Legendary, he also made a public statement.
I know. That's what surprised me.
I gotta make two comments here really quick. Seraph, has he made a public statement about the situation?
Seraph has not made a public statement about the Renegade situation. He has not said anything. So he might have said he's known to be a little bit of a hothead back at CLG.
He's also a very, very salty dude. You know, like he would definitely be in my eyes.
He didn't shake Svenskern's hand because not even Svenskern didn't even do anything to him.
He got fined for that.
I know. He said a joke about like Asian people, and then Seraph hates him for that.
Yeah.
So this guy.
I do have to say also an interesting character that supports Riot. Richard Lewis, somebody that has never been able to agree with the League of Legends community.
Oh.
Richard Lewis supports Riot in this ruling.
Oh yeah.
Which is interesting. In what context actually?
In what context? Let me pull up the context. I think he made like a couple tweets. I'm gonna try to whip up the tweets right now.
I'm looking. I don't see.
He retweets a lot of haters, so it's gonna be a little bit of a while before I see if I can find it. Here we go. I found it. Well, fair play. This ruling about Renegades and TDK has seen Riot earn some of my respect back. Big call to make, but the right one. Expect me to deliver an article about it all soon. I held off during the investigation because some things are more important than clicks. I think he released an article on the Daily Dot, poaching allegations. He also said that he can't disagree with Bryce's comments about the system in place still being fundamentally unfair, but a poor system can get the right decision, which is like really, really interesting that he's just supporting this entire.
That's weird. That's really weird. I feel like he'll clarify. I don't think, like, he'll probably say something like what we're saying. Like, yeah, we like, if all the Renegades people are denying it, then it can't be true. But for sure, Renegades broke the rules. So maybe that's what he means. Like, okay, yeah, they broke the rules, so they do need to be like punished for it. I hope he explains more what he means.
Yeah, there's gonna be probably Riot they got so much backlash from the community. I expect them to have some kind of statement or some kinds of reply in the next day or so because they're gonna probably get out pretty fast.
Do you think that Mark Merrill will make this statement? Do you think that is no?
I don't think so. He will.
Interesting, like a public video, like a video statement, because this is huge. Like, this is not like a CLG fine, like, $2,000 here, $2,000 there. This is the real deal, ladies and gentlemen. This is two teams. Monte Cristo's banned from owning a team for a year. Chris Badawi is permanently removed from any League of Legends team owning. Both teams are now, like, they're looking for a team to be on. They're all free agents. RF Legendary is a free agent. Maple Street is a free agent. Sorry, he's not on Renegades.
No, but they don't become free agents. The team, like the players are, because like the players in the organization are two separate like bodies. So what happens is Renegades will sell the spot. Whoever buys the spot will then own, like, they'll be like contracting all the players.
Yeah.
But
So the players, the 5 players will stay, like, or whoever's on the team will stay there. Then it's up to the new organization if they want to kick them or keep them.
they probably will. They
I think they'll
probably
keep them.
will, because look what happened to Coast. That
was something else. That was a team who wanted to build something.
They made it.
Technically, in this sense, Renegades said that they were gonna sell they had to sell the organization, not transfer ownerships or sell ownership. So basically, these players are technically let go and they have to be re-signed back onto the team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and basically, this new team will have to find a roster before the NA LCS deadline for them to be able to keep their spot.
Do you know what the deadline is?
When is the deadline? I have no idea. And who's gonna take it? I have no idea. And if I did, I probably won't say.
Oh yeah. By the way, Andrew, if I don't know what you know or whatever, but what teams do you like think are in contention for like getting these spots? And that we obviously don't know if a new like party will come, like a new like energy that has like some crazy sports guy leading it. But if you don't want to say anything, that's fine. But like what other orgs that are big around like in esports do you think will take it like at these 2 spots? I think it's going to be Complexity and Optic possibly.
Well, I don't think Complexity would come back to League.
I think they will for sure.
So some interesting things probably I heard in particularly is that if you know from Europe, there is the Hellraisers from CSGO are interested in an NA LCS spot. I don't know if they want to go through Challenger, so they might pick up a spot. I don't believe they have the funds to afford an NA LCS spot. There could be other organizations out there. Winter Fox wants to get back in, I've heard. There is another organization which won't say. I will talk to David off air later.
Hey.
What about me?
But very interesting things that are happening around the league right now. I would not be surprised if basically one or two of these managers would team up with so-called owners of like big sports league to create a league, because we see like right now there is a talk about the German soccer team which could or could have not bought Elements.
That's kind of still speculation, but they're kind of beating around the bush. I'm pretty sure it's confirmed.
Well, they've confirmed that they want to do esports stuff in the arena, which is weird. It'll be like
but they
viewing
have
events.
not confirmed they purchased it yet.
No, but they didn't say they didn't either. So I'm pretty sure they're just waiting for the right time.
We're also still waiting for a comment from Monte Cristo himself about the entire situation. And I honestly don't even think I want to watch the video that he's going to release, because I feel like he's just going to go on a tangent. And like I understand his frustrations here in this particular case, but any conversation that we can have about Renegades and TDK needs to stop at this point. The point is, we don't know what actually happened. Whether or not the ruling was fair, whether or not it came at them like a fire truck going down Yonge Street, we don't know what actually happened. And from there, we can move on to the Mage update. We do have quite a lot to talk about. I actually have been playing Overwatch, so I don't really know a whole lot about.
I've been playing so much Overwatch too.
I've been playing Overwatch.
Yeah,
really fun.
Yeah, but
Fuck Bastion.
Yeah, no.
Andrew, you think you're gonna get into like the esports part of Overwatch?
I'm very excited about it, actually. Overwatch has been really, really big recently. There's a lot of really interesting things. Blizzard has been shown to perform and prove that they can make a very, very competitively compelling game. Like Hearthstone, Hero, the Storms, they're starting to pick up also. I believe Overwatch will be able to captivate a similar crowd to Team Fortress 2 out there, and mix between CSGO. So it's a very interesting thing. I find the game is very, very intelligent, and there's a lot of basically openings to make way for a competitive aspect of the game.
I can't wait, honestly. We last show we had Seamoose on. He's a Overwatch caster.
He commentated the Overwatch portion at DreamHack Austin.
Yeah.
So he's been like, he placed really, really high in closed beta. Like he played against like Steel Steel is or Josh Neeson. He's a banned CS:GO player who's going pro in Overwatch most likely. And he played against like Seagull and like all these other players. He played at the top of the ladder, so his commentary skills kind of reflect that. And he was just going into all these different comps, and like he was a pleasure to talk to last week. But enough about Overwatch. There's just a 2-week break from that game until we get back in. Let's talk a little bit about this mid-season update, as they like to call it, and it's
Lots of mage updates.
Lots of mage updates. Now, from what I've personally seen online, in the Reddit forums, is that some of the mages aren't doing too hot with these changes as you might think. But I'll let you go into kind of like your own thoughts on this patch, and we can kind of go champion by champion. But what's your kind of overall feel for this patch so far? What you've read, or you've talked to Wild Turtle and Santorin, I'm sure, because they've been on theScore fairly recently. What kind of stuff have you gauged from this update?
So we found like it's basically like usually they'll do like end of the year preseason patch or something like larger. That last one we had was an 80 carry patch, and last one before was actually the small Juggernaut one, and the one before was a large 80 carry change that they have to the league, where they added all the new elements, new map, and basically create new visuals. Now we're basically hitting into like changing up the game again, changing up a lot of the neutral objectives. Namely, Dragon is one thing we should talk about here. I'm not really. I love the idea of like Dragon. It's creating the game a little bit more of a different aspect. But Riot did go back onto their words where they basically wanted to take out inconsistency in the game. So basically, they created like multiple dragons here that spawn different types at different times.
Now, what? I honestly haven't even had a chance to play this new patch, so I don't really like. I know what the different dragons do. There's one that gives you like move speed. There's one that I think that gives you out of combat regen.
Yes.
There's like a whole variety, and like every time you kill that same dragon, you get like the same buff boosted even further. Right?
In that kind of sense is that basically these dragons, there's only can be 3 elements that appear in the match. So you cannot have like all ocean, mountain, infernal, cloud drake, and ocean drake all in one game. By the fifth dragon, it's replaced by an elder dragon, which basically buffs up all the other previous dragons in the past. However, you can see a lot of like a little bit of RNG in the game, where basically they'll say like, okay, we're gonna go for a fast push comp. Let's pray to God it's a mountain dragon, so we can do more damage onto neutral objectives and turrets. So we move around the map. So in that sense, Lee Sin, Sivir compositions, Lissandra, really great for this composition. Push down towers, siege towers, and move around the map to gank weaker lanes. On the other hand, you could go for like an ocean dragon, which restores missing health and mana, and allows your augments your abilities to be able to poke more into the lane. In this sense.
Now, sorry, I had a question. So let's say the ocean drake spawns, right? Like the first time the dragon comes onto the rift. If nobody kills the dragon, does the dragon change elements by itself?
They do not. Every time you kill a dragon, you will always know what the next dragon up will be. There's a little sigil that appears on the.
Yeah, that I know. But like, let's say Drake spawns. It's ocean drake, but you don't want that. Like or no team wants to take it for the entire first 35 minutes of the game.
It'll stay as the ocean drake until someone kills it.
Okay.
They're all valuable though. There's no.
If you don't want it, you might as well take it before they get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I honestly think that Infernal Drake is the best one. Out of combat move speed, that's fine, that's whatever. I mean, it's not whatever, it's great. Ocean Drake is good, Mountain Drake is good.
Actually, but right now, they just recently hotfixed Ocean Dragon, because people were staying in lane too long. It caused way too much basically sustainability for champions. So my personal opinion, I really like Mountain Dragons. Because it scales over by 10, 20 to 30% of true damage onto Epic Monster Enters, which you can grind that down really quickly.
That may be true, but Infernal Drake, like if you get to the third buff portion, I guess.
24%.
That's insane damage.
Yeah, that is insane damage. That would be like
that's
a full build item.
That's game over. Like if you get that's like worse than Baron buff, I think. If you get to 24% with your Infernal Drake, so Elder Drake happens after 35 minutes, and that bad boy, he pretty much buffs everything up one. So if you have only let's say the Infernal Drake was the only one that you guys decided to kill. You didn't kill any other Drake, and then 35 minutes pass, Elder Drake comes out. Does Elder Drake buff everything by 1? And then since you already have the Infernal buff, it buffs that by 1 too?
It actually buffs everything else from the previous buff by 50%.
Whoa.
Which is a lot, I believe. So technically, you could get up to... there's no cap to it, I believe. Like, once you have the previous Drake power before, it amplifies your current abilities to be able to do more with it.
That is insane.
However, that doesn't mean the dragon is the most important thing. On the other side of the rift, we have the Rift Herald, which is highly contested, which I think is it will catapult your team into the lead, even if the other team gets dragon.
Yeah, no. I think what's gonna end up happening is they're gonna have to make some balance changes to Dragon because Rift Herald is just way too strong, and it lasts for such a long time now.
Yeah, it lasts 20 minutes post death, so that means even if you die, you still keep it. For example, what you could do as a strategy is that enemy taking Dragon. Okay, we all TP top, take Rift Herald, and we push 2 to 3 towers down.
It's gonna be weird. Like as soon as this patch is live, like in the next whatever, I guess the next time they're gonna play in this patch is gonna be at LCS, right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be weird. Like teams are gonna have to practice a lot to because all the objectives are shifting around. Like they're gonna be moving their pathing around, and you kind of actually see what happens when a team doesn't practice. And we saw that at MSI with G2, right?
I know you want to segue to G2, but there's so much information in this mid-season patch, and I still have so many questions. My biggest concern is that for this patch, and I guess 6.10 or whatever comes after. 6.10 will be the fixes. I think they'll release 6.10 before LCS. I don't know if they'll be able to if they'll play on 6.10, but it'll be the fixes to 6.9 or whatever balance changes they need to make. In my opinion, any team that you've seen be incredibly strong, I think it's just gonna go out the window. This is an entirely new meta. I don't think it's mage heavy. I don't think mages are still going to be the primary focus. I mean, we can get into that, but in my opinion, these mage updates, I don't think they're you can probably still play close to the same champions that you're playing now in this mage update. I mean, people are trying Vlad, but Vladimir, let me go see his win rate. Vladimir's win rate is 41%.
Yes.
Who else was updated? Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia, 39%. Zyra, let's see, Zyra, 52%. That's pretty decent. Brand, I'm pretty sure he's gonna go up. 52%. He's fairly stable. Vel'Koz, 49%. I mean, Malzahar got this huge boost. He's at 57% now, and he's at
it played in the jungle.
Yeah, that is true. There was some minor updates as well to some champions. I think Fiddlesticks is really strong right now. Actually, I want to see Annie's win rate. Annie's win rate, 52%. Her Tibbers stays up even if she's dead, which is disgusting.
So a very, very small change, but I think it's actually very, very big, in my opinion, is Veigar here in this place. he actually, on top of gaining from Q, where he gains like 2 additional AP for that item, he can also get an additional single AP per stack if he strikes an enemy champion.
Huh.
So that, very, very big. Basically is very huge on Vagar. I think like Riot will have to go back and take a look at his new passive. I personally am not a huge fan about it. It's basically you create this like chance of uncertainty. You can't really counterplay. Like Riot has been talking about like, oh, we want to remove basically what's that word I'm looking for? No counterplay. We want to try to give everyone a chance. But if you get stunned by Vega or you get stunned by something else and you get popped by his 2000 AP Q, like you're dead. No, nothing you can do.
I did want to mention that Fiddlesticks, now the best ARAM champion that you could possibly re-roll. 7 bounces on his E. That is like, I'm done. I'm done. 5. I played Fiddlesticks in ARAM before this update. 5 is annoying as hell. 7, oh my goodness. And then now they reduced the range on Terrify, I understand. But the cooldown on Drain, chunked as well. Like honestly, I think some of these changes are interesting and they're going to help out some of these mages. But like I said, I think the biggest change here is definitely the jungle buffs. There's Rift Herald, there's the Dragon. Was there changes to Baron? They increased the duration. They increased the duration. They changed the red buff. That's interesting.
There's not that much other than like the normal jungle item. I would actually like to touch on the new Hextech item. I think that they are very, very controversial, especially the Hextech Proto Belt 1, which the active, like basically you could dash forward and basically shoot rockets like a Heimerdinger rocket out of it. However, if each rocket hits an enemy, they do like their own individual damage per tick, which basically brings back a question of a very, very interesting item we talked about before. Do you remember Deathfire Grasp?
Yes, my hashtag DFG rest in peace. Yes, no, I remember very well.
This item basically replicates the same effect of Deathfire Grasp in a way. Like, I don't know what Riot was thinking when they did this. They basically brought it back again.
Mm-hmm.
After they said, we didn't want this in the game. Like, I get the idea that you want to create more mobilities for AP champions, but why don't you have, like, dash away when you shoot a rocket? Why does it have to be dash forward and you shoot rockets out in the direction you're going in?
I think, what are your thoughts on this new itemization? Now, what I really love is mage supports. They're a little bit off meta. Aphromoo plays a mean Morgana. Janna's in there. Soraka's in there. Not really Soraka, but Vel'Koz is played in solo queue sometimes. And this kind of like mage support, vision is kind of there in LCS, kind of not there in competitive play. People still like the tanky supports. But with these new items, do you think we'll see a lot more mage supports come in? Because I know Vel'Koz got some changes. Zyra is absolutely annoying to deal with. And I mean, Cloud9's disgusting NA LCS run was because of Zyra, right?
Yes.
So what are your thoughts on kind of some of these items affecting some of the mage supports that we will maybe see in this new patch?
So, in my opinion, what I've seen about like the new mana item and new AP item is the biggest change to the cost of Athene's Unholy Grail. So basically, Riot basically lowered the cost substantially by about 500 gold. They raised the value of the item, and you're basically getting basically a lot cheaper mana regen item for a lower cost. So supports will be able to get this. You'll start seeing more harass supports like Karma, Lulu. I believe Sona maybe might make a comeback. I'm not sure about it.
That would be weird.
That would
so
be pretty
squishy.
interesting. But what I'm trying to say, basically, you're going to see a lot of like different AP instigator supports that appear because they're able to have more cooldown and more mana to be able to poke up more chances they can go.
Breaking news from Jacob Wolf. I know that he's not on theScore. I know he's on ESPN.
Good old Jacob Wolf.
Good old Jacob Wolf, but he used to be on theScore, I think, or
he wrote like one paper maybe.
One, yeah.
Oh shit.
Copenhagen Wolves is selling their Challenger Series spot. Now I know that's not really like yippee doo dah. Like Joseph seems to hate the European scene, and whenever I start talking about like the Challenger scene, you're just like,
Challenger is boring.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Me and Andrew are that's our bread and butter.
It's my baby, Challenger.
Yeah, and I think with so many spots available in Europe and North America now, like it's gonna be a whole different summer split. Like there's gonna be so many different teams that we're gonna see. Elements, there's gonna be a replacement team. The teams that are gonna come in from the Challenger Series at the end of the summer split are gonna be different. There's still the Cloud9 Challenger team that's doing their thing, and there's just so much going on that the landscape is changing so often.
So what I think about the Copenhagen Wolves is that they're kind of irrelevant right now. It doesn't really make I'm not really like super like surprised that Copenhagen would sell their spot. They had troubles in the NA, trying to get into LCS, and they have financial troubles staying in the NA, the EU Challenger Series. But they did grow talents like Bjergsen and Freeze, which started from the Copenhagen Wolves. So it has a little bit of a legacy that is disappearing right now.
I feel like TDK is a little more valuable though. Just being in NA is kind of like having an NA LCS team is maybe a little more valuable in terms of like branding and stuff. That's just my opinion, but like I feel
Riot is changing the NACS scene, so you will start seeing broadcasts of that casted by Riot's casters. Apparently.
Right. We're talking about G2.
I'm talking about
I'm saying we should talk about
Riot
G2.
2.
We'll come back to this Mage update, but G2. This is one of those times where sometimes Joseph and I we disagree on a couple different things. He'll say something is important, or I don't think it's important, or I'll say something's important, and he'll be like, "Nah, dude, that's not important."
We should talk about MSI in general.
In my opinion, this whole G2 situation, boring.
Well, we should still. I'm saying we should.
No. Like G2. Thanks for coming out. You get a participation trophy. Thanks for trying.
Yeah, but if we're talking about MSI, we have to talk about G2 for sure. MSI is the second biggest tournament of the year, so I feel like it's more important.
I have to say, all I have to say is CLG is making me feel how Cloud9 makes me feel, and that's exciting. That is good television.
How does
ladies and
Cloud9
gentlemen.
make you feel the same? They haven't won anything.
Like how I feel about CLG watching those 5 days of games is how I felt about Cloud9 when they were going through the gauntlet and just shredding through the reverse
So Cloud9
sweeps.
beating like the worst NA teams makes you feel the same as CLG beating
I'm talking about
What is
how,
wrong
I'm
with
talking
you?
about how
And
it
did you hear
feels.
him?
Yo, oh my god. I'm talking about how it feels to be a fan. How it feels to be a fan of Cloud9. They make it through the gauntlet run. They go to Worlds. Sure, they were shitty. They were like destroying the worst teams possible.
That you're a big Cloud9 fan. You should talk to Nick Doucette. He's also Cloud9 #1 team NA.
Cloud9. I'm just comparing CLG's run against some of the most difficult teams against all odds. Twitter's like not in support. Like before when they were coming in, all the projected. Like they're gonna be like, okay, so wild card in NA gonna be 5th and 6th, and then it's gonna be Europe, China, Taiwan, and Korea. No, NA came in and they absolutely slaughtered everybody. They just had a chainsaw, just like.
I can't believe CLG.
That I feel about CLG the way that Cloud9 makes me feel, and that's good stuff.
I can't believe CLG being SKT and
And Royal never give up.
Oh my god.
CLG being the best teams in the world makes you feel the same as Cloud9 beating like Team Impulse in the playoff. Like, and who else? And Team 8. Oh boy. Like
Okay, Andrew, I don't want to feel alone in this, but do you understand what I'm saying?
no.
I understand what you're saying. G2 did have a really bad showing, and I did find like they really underperformed. What was interesting about G2 was not about their performance, actually. It was about how they handled the whole situation about making excuses.
Now, you didn't answer my question.
Who cares
do
about
you
Cloud9?
understand what I'm saying in this debate that I'm having with Joseph about the way that?
Absolutely not.
There you go.
What
Okay.
the?
Let's
What
move
the
on. We
hell?
have 25
Dude,
minutes.
Do you
We
like?
gotta talk about
What's
so
your
much.
favorite CS:GO team?
I don't
My
have one.
favorite
I like them all.
CSGO team
Actually,
is
no,
Cloud9.
Cloud9
Okay.
actually. Fun.
Okay, Cloud9. Like, were you impressed with Luminosity when they made their run for first?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was
Okay,
crazy.
okay, all right, okay. Now I'm gonna make a comparison. When you were watching Luminosity play, did you feel like you were slowly becoming a fan of their work?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of
Okay,
They're a
okay,
good
all right,
team.
okay, all right. Now, when you watch Cloud9, do you feel that same fan experience?
No.
No, I do not.
No, the
Because-
CS:GO team, the CS:GO team.
Yes, I of course CS:GO. I do not have the same experience because I buy into Cloud9 a different experience than I buy into Luminosity. Luminosity, I
Dude,
treat them like
Cloud9 and CS:GO
I
aren't
respect
even.
them. They're amazing. They're really good individual players. Cloud9 has personality. They have
Dude, Cloud9 and
Any
CS:GO
storyline.
aren't even like a top. Like they're barely a top 3 team right now.
Oh my god.
And
Okay.
Luminosity is a world champion.
I'm not saying
Just
do you
quit.
buy into Luminosity. No, I'm not
Let's
gonna
just
drop
move-
the
let's
subject.
just
I'm
move
not
on,
dropping
come
the
on.
subject.
We have
I'm gonna-
24 minutes to talk about.
I'm
so
not
much.
dropping the
We have to
subject.
talk about. Want to talk about Cloud9?
I am
Do
not.
you want to talk about Cloud9? What about Meteos and thing? Let's talk about that.
No, I'm just gonna.
You don't want. Now you don't want to talk about.
No,
Cloud9.
I'm gonna take this next minute to explain what I meant to say.
Nobody
very briefly.
cares.
No, I care.
Oh my God.
This is very.
all right. No.
Okay, let him talk. Let him talk.
Okay.
You have 2 minutes. Go.
Okay. When Cloud9 plays in the LCS, when they play at IEM, when they play at any stage, whether it's a small stage or a big stage, I love their play style. I love the way that high shot calls. I love the way that they have creative strategies. And they make the game very enjoyable to watch. And I'm always rooting for them. I have this strong connection to Cloud9. I love watching them play. But whenever I watch good League of Legends, I always feel good. I always feel like, damn, this match is intense. And Cloud9, they don't always offer that experience for me, but a lot of the time they do. With creative strategies, phenomenal play, exceptional performances on stage. Now, watching COG play on such a huge stage with all of North America having their eyes on them, I feel the same way. Now that, obviously to you, apparently that's absolutely absurd, but I'm just saying that I'm slowly becoming a fan of COG because they're putting on this phenomenal performance, the same way that I became a fan of Cloud9 because their performance was so stellar, and it still is to this day. Does that kind of make sense now?
Okay. Yeah, it makes
Hey,
sense.
you
Yep,
done?
right there. It's okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'm just saying I'm a fan of both CLG and C9, but like when LCS starts up, I'm not going to be like a fan of CLG. I'm just a fan that they're putting on a good show for North America. They might make it to finals. They have a really, really good chance. Like with Zix and oh my god, with Zix as their coach, with Darshan, Xmithy, with Dixay or whatever.
Stixay.
No, I know, but China's calling him Dixay apparently. And Afromu, the shot caller, they have such a good, well-rounded team. And even with Huhi's mistakes, they're playing out of their minds. Like he missed so many Azir ults against RNG, but they turned it around.
I feel like they're just really doing their homework and they're really playing as a team and they really know what they're doing.
Which a lot of NA teams don't do.
I feel like they just prepped so much for this and they just know what to do. They not even just like for their enemies, just prepping like as to play as a team. To be honest, they're just playing so good together.
Now, Andrew, do you have anything to add about MSI or kind of to chime in?
There is a lot to talk about MSI, to be honest. I think the biggest thing that you have to be talking about is actually G2. You need to talk about them. They had an unprecedented, horrible performance. And I believe that G2, how they handled their PR was god-awful. God-awful. So, you know, like, players usually live tweet during their thing. G2 in this hand did not allow their players to live tweet, and it was handled horrible. Perks, for example, he basically went out and tweeted, "Sorry, GG Flash Wolf, no practice really shows off. We'll pick it up for the rest of the tournament." What the hell?
Yeah, that's pretty dumb. And they honestly right away should have said something. Like first of all, they waited a little too long, and then their answer was just like, oh, you know, it's not really like what affected. Like every other team was like practicing, so I don't understand why they weren't.
That's not even what my point is. Like how they handle it is like, if you know you made a mistake, why are you making excuses?
Oh, they honestly
Go
just
up
made
and
it
own
worse.
up to your mistake.
Yeah.
You say sorry. We'll try our best to make up for our losses. I'm sorry to our fans, because like that will roll over. But this statement will stay, where G2 basically says, "Oh, this is why we didn't take a vacation. I believe our team will do very well. Why we did this, did this, did this." They're just making excuses. You look horrible.
And they basically lost all the fans that they got from the last split, like how they're the hope of Europe and how they're so good and doing so great. They just basically lost the respect.
Yeah, they had like 20-minute games against like SKT and RNG. Like it was really sad. But like my biggest question to you, Andrew, is I know that they didn't practice. Like I get it. You know, they probably should have prepared for MSI picks and bans, strategies. They probably should have had at least some sort of preparation done for this tournament, because it's a huge stage, right? Like so many people.
I believe they did do preparation, but I believe
2 days before or something.
2 days before, yeah, it was like a few days before they started doing it. They didn't even get into like solo queue. They just did a few.
Solo queue. Is that all they did?
Like, my question is that this team played phenomenally throughout the European split, and they put on a good show for the European playoffs. But my question is, shouldn't their skill level translate to MSI in some way, shape, or form? I know that they did not practice and they hardly did any preparation, but shouldn't at least their skill level somehow translate to the main stage?
It should, unless there was an outside factor, which
a new patch, honestly.
According to rumors, the outside factor is that Perks told management from G2 that he wanted Emperor and I can't remember who the support is, Hybrid, off the team.
Interesting.
And bring in Mythy and Sven.
Mythy would never leave Origin, never, as I'm wearing the Origin jersey.
That would answer for why G2 play poorly, and their bot lane is very, very poor showing in MSI.
I do have to say though that although
those are rumors.
Joseph here is sitting on stream in Origin jersey like, no Mythy and
there's no way Mythy would leave.
And they're not leaving. No. Honestly, it's possible.
Nope.
So as the laziest player I think I've ever seen in the entire LCS, do you think he cares about Origin placing well?
Oh yeah,
Hell
does.
no.
No, he does.
Hell
he does.
no.
He just
this
like
guy's the
top.
worst top laner in
he
EU
just hates
LCS.
Top. He hates playing top.
Yeah,
It's
no.
so funny though. Like he hates top. And if you ever make him play Shen, he hates that even more. Like he's really good on the champion, but like you could just, remember one game he played Shen, the look on his face was just like miserable. So
I honestly think it's possible. I think it's possible.
No, I don't think so.
Like I honestly believe that the rumors have some sort of legitimacy to them. I think that Mythy and who's it? What's Sven?
Yeah.
He's changed his name a couple times.
Niels.
Sven. Niels is what I remember him for. I think that when they did the Challenger Series run, they were all motivated, and when they had that was it summer split that they got in, they were motivated. But then now I think in Spring Split it just fell off, and Mithy and Sven are kind of, whether or not they want to go to G2 or not, they're probably still pissed about the fact that Origin has definitely lost motivation.
Well, yeah,
You
absolutely.
think they've lost motivation? I don't think.
I think they
have.
got off track and their team is broken. They more or less fell apart.
Ooh, sucks to wear that jersey.
I think I don't know. I feel like a new patch or something will change things up. I think they just had a lot of trouble integrating Power of Evil. That's all. Like they
Power
play.
of Evil, I think he looks like he's burned out actually.
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like the what brought them together was that Xpeke was just such a big voice. Like everyone knew to listen to him. It was his team. He was like the experienced guy. His shot calling, even if it wasn't that great, they just listened to him and they'd work as a team. As soon as he left, there's no one to take over really. And didn't they in the playoffs? They went to Game 5 against who did they play?
Fnatic.
Fnatic. Was it Fnatic?
I believe you've been Fnatic or no?
No, it was someone who went to the finals.
Oh, H2K.
Yeah, they brought Was it? They lost.
I'm gonna take a
H2K?
quick look right now.
Whoever it was, they went to they played a good series. It was a playoff, best of 5. They played really well. They just happened to lose the 5th game. So I think during the regular season, yeah, they were slumping. But so did Fnatic, so did TSM, so did all these top teams who made it to really high, made it really high in the playoff bracket. So I feel like I don't know.
They took H2K to Game 5 and they won.
Yeah, and then who do they go on next game?
I mean, they obviously faced G2 in the finals and G2 creamed them.
Oh yeah, so they were in the finals, exactly. So they made it to the finals of the RU LCS. So I don't see how that's not successful. Especially they played with Xpeke and Power of Evil, and they won some of the games with Power of Evil. It wasn't just Xpeke, and Xpeke lost some of the games too. So I think more time he'll integrate well. I don't know who's in the shot call, but I definitely they by no means are falling apart. I don't know if I agree with you on that.
I think if anything in the future, Origin will just get a new top laner.
So this plays okay. I don't know if they need to do that.
Andrew.
Soaz is listed on Fnatic's Battleground B team.
He's what?
He's listed as their player, Fnatic.
That's weird.
Honestly, I think Europe is just one giant drama reality TV show. Honestly, but then again, North America is just the same. Teams get drafted, teams get kicked,
Amazing has been kicked by Kilius.
What?
Apparently, I don't know.
Wait.
Oh, it's a Lee Sin play. Never mind.
Oh.
Jeez, what a clickbait title. I was like, what's this?
Man.
There's actually a lot of stuff.
Amazing has been kicked by.
Dude,
My
you scared me
goodness.
there.
I just wanted to give you a little shock.
Jeez.
Actually, I was hoping Monty would break a statement now, but there's actually, if we could talk about it really quick, there's this breaking news just now with, it's kind of Counter-Strike, but it's also kind of esports, just in general. This, I think you were talking about how Snoopy did that tweet. What was it? This new World Esports Association, WESA. It was leaked. They took a picture of this banner. The guy who's making the banner for them took a picture of it and leaked it, and it shows the teams that are going to be in this league. And basically, what it is it's like an exclusivity league in Counter-Strike with ESL and some top teams, and that's really bad for esports. That could actually kill esports. This could be the end of esports with this, and it's kind of it does sound a little dramatic, but
it's very damaging for esports. Basically, these top teams, just because they're big names, are instantly guaranteed so a network can get viewers. I don't know.
it's and you can tell ESL did some sketchy under the whatever the counter deal or something, because Astralis isn't in this this league or whatever this association, and the reason is because they are owned by the players. They're not owned by an organization. There's no owner who's going to get a big paycheck. It's all the owners who are all the players who are the owners. So that's why they're not in this. So you can tell there's some sketchy stuff going on, and Thorin's really making a big deal of this. This is he says short-sighted, money-hungry people. This is it's in Counter-Strike right now, but this could totally bleed over to any other game.
It's in the same ecosystem as League. If anything in esports happens with another game, it will transition to League in some way.
ESL, I don't know. And people are saying Valve should step in and basically tell ESL off. you know, they have the power to do that, but this could totally bleed into other esports and actually be really bad for esports. We'll see how it goes, because I don't know how long until they're gonna announce this. You know, this
That
is just
guy's fired.
Yeah, that guy's definitely. This is a multi-million-dollar deal. That guy who posted a picture of the banner, he's like screwed. He's so screwed. But who knows when they're probably gonna do something. They're gonna maybe change their stance or something. We'll see. But anyway, this is going back to League. Do you want to talk about Cloud9 now, David?
Well, like
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna wait till summer split comes back and we'll see how they perform.
I'm surprised Medios is back and like Medios is good.
Yeah.
There's currently a rumor. There's currently a rumor about Cloud9 that Reapered will be the new coach or strategic coach.
Who is he? Who is Reapered, Andrew?
No way.
I don't know who he is.
He's
a Korean.
Is that a lie or?
I don't think it's happening. I think it's just like a prank like TSM did. I don't think he's actually C9 Reaper.
I think he just wanted to try out, and he's gonna try out, and nothing more from that. It's like I don't know.
Like he's in Korea anyway. Just might as well see his opinion, right?
Yeah, but I'm just like it blows my mind that Medios is gonna be in the LCS again. Like he's just a streamer like now, you know. Like how is he even like an LCS level anymore? And
So-
especially since he's replacing. What's his name?
Rush.
Yeah, and Rush is like amazing. I don't understand why.
So I'm gonna quickly just check something. Esportpedia.
Is it because they have too many Koreans or something?
I think it's because they have too many imports and they had
Imports,
to find
yeah.
a jungler.
I
That's why
guess.
Medios is back in the LCS.
Yeah, that makes sense.
When
Rush's residency is in Korea, so he is an import.
Oh.
when is Jensen's residency locked in? I know
Next 6 months, I think, 6 or 8 months or so.
And they're also doing this weird.
Same with Impact too, at the same time.
They're doing this weird team building thing where they have the double team, like the challenger team.
Well, like I mean, this is a long-term investment for Cloud9. There's no way that
Talking about this last 2 weeks ago.
there's no way that this is a short term. Like based on what Andrew just said, they'll be able to play with the entire team. Like Rush could be on the team in spring, the same as Impact, right? Is that pretty much what you're saying?
I think so. If that's when their residency, when they first started in the NA LCS or Korea or whatever, then yeah, that is true. I'm not sure when did Rush and Impact started, so I can't say for certain.
But Impact and Rush were both in NA for a while, right?
Yeah, but
they
it takes like
they started in Korea, so then their career is residency in Korea.
Huh.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see what happens. Like, I feel like
I don't know. It would be really interesting if Balls, High, and Medios all retire. I know Medios is back in the game, but I don't know if these guys want to play anymore.
funny thing, didn't they already retire? Like, besides Balls, High's already retired.
Well, Medios just wasn't
He
meshing
retired.
well with the team.
He's not allowed to
Yeah, but
retire.
they already retired. They just keep coming back. Like, the
No,
retirement
Medios
doesn't mean
never
anything.
retired.
Huh?
He never announced his
I
retirement.
think he did. Didn't he?
No, he didn't.
He did not announce his
Well,
retirement.
High retired, and then he came back. And
High is the only guy, and you're saying, "Oh my God, the entire team's
No, but I
retiring."
mean, when
Woe
you
is
retire, when you say you retire, you mean you're done. You're gonna go live in like an old age home or something, right? Retirement can't mean I'm gonna leave and maybe I'll come back. That's not retirement. That's the leave of absence.
I'm so tilted.
Right now,
I'm just saying.
Odd One is crawling in his sleep. He's just turning
Oh,
around.
the funniest was that like
I'm
old
so
age home.
tilted.
That video that like I don't know who it was, Logitech or someone did a video where it was like an old age home for retired League of Legends players. No, actually the funniest one was at the party when
where,
High ends up on the couch with Otto. And he's like, "Hey, this is the retirement couch. It's great. You stream all day." And I think was it High like or who was it? Was it High?
It was High. Like I can't do this.
Or the old age home one where like Reggie and all those guys did. That was hilarious. Anywho, what else are we talking about?
I'm
What about
just gonna have to say we'll have to wait and see how Cloud9 does in the summer split. They're boot camping in Korea now, so
I think they definitely need like at first they thought they needed a jungler and they needed like more strength in the jungle. But I think Medios will do an okay job.
they obviously have a plan.
No, yeah, Medios will do a good job. Like he knows the team. He's a decent jungler. He's a good team player as well. And I think they definitely need to upgrade top lane. Like Balls wasn't
I
performing.
think the NA Challenger series is playing tomorrow. Andrew, I'm not sure because the European one was played today. I don't know.
It should be an NA Challenger soon. I'm not exactly when. I haven't kept up to date with it. I've been watching the Open Qualifier actually.
But it seems like who else is in the Challenger Series for North America? I know.
The Open Qualifiers, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Monkeys.
The Monkeys. What a great team,
I know
dude.
who the Monkeys are. There's some of my buddies I know there. And versus I'm not really sure who is it. Maryland's not there anymore, and I'm not sure who they're up against.
Is Monkeys that team with
RF Legendary.
RF Legendary. There's a team with I'm Mysterious.
That's the other team.
That's the other team. Okay.
Yeah, so big names. I know them both on each side, so it's good. I'm gonna enjoy that game. But I guess like if you go jump back to like roster shuffles, there's gonna be a lot of really interesting one. Like Freeze has just signed with H2K. Have you seen that?
Yeah,
that's like.
What if Freeze was the one who like said like some bad stuff happened to Renegades?
Oh, maybe.
Because he left, right? Like has he said anything?
He left so quick.
He has not said anything.
There you go. Like there's a potential, you know?
Freeze has left, and not confirmed, but allegedly also Ninja and Seraph has left too.
I think wasn't that like it wasn't confirmed, but like good sources.
Yeah, their sources say it, but confirmed for sure that Freeze has signed with HGK.
Andrew, what do you think is going to happen to these two? Like, so there's two LCS spots are for grabs. What do you think is going to happen to the rosters? Do you think they're going to keep 3 of the NA players and then just get 2 like imports each, or you think they're going to? Is there any other talent in North America? Because it is kind of scarce right now. There's not really many players.
What I think is that there's going to be roster shuffles.
Yeah,
people are going to be dropped, and then people are going to be brought in. Energy just picked up like 3 amazing players, pretty good. I think they're going to be in good shape for the NA LCS. They should be all right with Santorin, Kiwi Kid, and Quas.
Wait, you said 3 good players?
Yeah, I don't think I think you might need to retract that statement. 3 good players.
They're okay. They're
2 good players.
There we go. There it is. They're okay.
I don't know about
They're
Kiwi
just
Kid, but
okay. I think Shaq could have, given.
I feel like Kiwi Kid just charmed Shaq, and that's why he's on the team.
He just smiled. He's just like, hey man, let me on the team. And I wish I had an opportunity to talk to Santorin, but there was recently an interview that GBM did. Oh my god, we have 3 minutes left in the show.
Yeah,
GBM was saying that communication is a huge problem on the team.
Yep.
And they just signed 3 English players, so I'm not really sure what's going to happen with the...
They said they want to build a team around GBM. We actually did an interview with GBM, and he said something pretty similar.
Don't you guys have Leffen in the studio this week as well?
Yep, we had Leffen today.
That's so cool.
That's insane.
And
He's a pretty
Santorin.
sick dude. Yeah, we had Santorin. I
Nice.
borrowed it from Game Without Pain, so...
Nice.
I feel like Game Without Pain probably borrowed it. No, I think you guys both shared him fairly equally. But
He's a person. You
He's
can't.
a cool
you can't
dude.
share.
He's a really cool dude.
yeah.
Anyways, want to give Andrew.
I know that theScore pretty much has tabs on every player in Toronto. And I kind of find out who's in Toronto from theScore because the articles are always done and the stuff is always done so quickly. And on Wild Turtle's Twitter, he posted a picture from an escape room, and that escape room's near Dundas and Yonge.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so I'm watching you, Wild Turtle. I'm watching you.
Anyways, you want to give Andrew a chance to plug?
Yeah, sure. Plug anything that you want.
So, as you can, of course, follow me on Twitter for LOL Copycat. That's my Twitter handler. I stream once in a while, but I'd rather not people go find me. You can find it on my Twitter bio, actually. Also, if you want to keep up to date with the latest esports news, like roster shuffles and all the different rumors, and Nick Allen making his wild accusations with so-called Travis, download the theScore esports app on Google Play Store and iOS devices.
Damn, man. We sold out. No, I'm just
By the way, are you,
Hashtag sellout.
Hashtag
Andrew, are you gonna buy Overwatch when it comes out?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
First,
sweet.
I'm gonna buy a new rig, then I'll get Overwatch.
Okay, add
Yeah,
me, okay?
he's rolling around in that Google Play Skrilla. He's just basking in it.
We should start an RU Esports Overwatch team.
Oh yeah.
Andrew
should,
Tanzil and
Um,
we'll get C Moose. He's good. He's
yeah,
he'll be
no,
the- he'll be
we'll
the
have him
best
on the team for sure. Thank you again for joining us, Andrew. We'll be back next week with the same time, 7 p.m. to 8:30. We're still working on getting the VODs up, but it's just been life is busy, guys. Come on, we have stuff to do.
And we'll fix our setup for next week. We'll make sure it's
honestly, sorry about the audio issues. We'll definitely get that sorted for next week. Gonna try things out a bit. But until next time, hope you guys follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Our Twitter, obviously, RU_esports, and our Facebook, esports. .ru.
Esports RU.
Or it's just esports RU. But yeah, until next time, we'll see you guys at 7 p.m. Tuesday night. Stay frosty, guys.
Bye.